besten wäre für mich, dass er das einfach an Finanzamt zahlt. Stattdem hat er sein Wort abgelegt. Ich weiß nicht aus welchen Beweggründen, ob er mit diesem Geld arbeiten, was er damit machen will. Ich habe keine Ahnung.
Julia Niharika-Sen.
Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. Ich begrüße Sie zur Tagesschau. Mit einer Großrazzia ist die Polizei heute in 8 europäischen Ländern gegen die kalabrische Mafia-Organisation 'Ndrangheta vorgegangen. Bei der Aktion Eureka wurden etwa 150 Beschuldigte festgenommen. Ihnen wird unter anderem Geldwäsche, Drogenschmuggel und Betrug im großen Stil vorgeworfen. Allein in Deutschland wurden Dutzende Wohnungen und Geschäftsräume in mehreren Bundesländern durchsucht und mehr als 30 Verdächtige verhaftet. Einer der Schwerpunkte lag in Nordrhein-Westfalen.
Dieses Eiscafé in Siegen ist einer der Ermittlungsschwerpunkte der deutschen Behörden. Ein 36-jähriger Italiener soll es im Auftrag der 'Ndrangheta eröffnet und betrieben haben. Mehr als 3 Jahre dauerten die Ermittlungen, die in enger Kooperation mehrerer Landeskriminalämter und europäischer Behörden durchgeführt wurden. Sie zeigen, auf welche Weise die italienische Mafia in Deutschland vorgeht.
Wir durften feststellen, dass Restaurants und Eiscafés von 'Ndrangheta betrieben durchaus neben der Geldwäsche eine andere Aufgabe haben, nämlich die Aufgabe, ein strategischer Stützpunkt zu sein. So mussten wir feststellen, dass ein Angestellter des Eiscafés gesucht wurde mit einem europäischen Haftbefehl.
Eine weitere Einnahmequelle der Mafia: Drogenschmuggel in Fahrzeugen mit professionell eingebauten Verstecken. Ein Beschuldigter soll so innerhalb von 4 Jahren 900 Kilogramm Kokain aus den Niederlanden nach Italien geliefert haben. Kuriere, angeblich auf Urlaubsreise, transportierten die Drogen und erhielten dafür 2.500 € pro Kilo. Bundesinnenministerin Faeser lobt die enge europaweite Zusammenarbeit bei der Aufdeckung.
Das Problem, glaube ich, der Mafia-Strukturen ist, dass sie teils sehr subtil arbeiten, nicht offen kriminell sind. Organisierte Kriminalität legt ja meistens sehr viel Wert darauf, dass man es eben nicht entdeckt, dass es im Geheimen stattfindet. Und dass es aber dennoch den Strafverfolgungsbehörden heute so ein erfolgreicher Schlag gelungen ist, das ist wirklich ein gutes Zeichen.
Doch trotz des heutigen Erfolges sehen Experten noch einen langen Weg, um die organisierte Kriminalität einzudämmen.
In Italien schlugen die Carabinieri in den frühen Morgenstunden besonders in der Mafia-Hochburg San Luca in Kalabrien zu. 600 Beamte stürmten Wohnungen, beschlagnahmten große Summen an Bargeld, Luxusuhren und Waffen. 108 Menschen wurden festgenommen. Wir haben es mit einer sehr weit entwickelten Organisation zu tun. Sie hat große Kapazitäten bezüglich Korruption und verfügt über viel flüssiges Geld. Das beschauliche San Luca. Von hier aus agiert die kalabresische 'Ndrangheta. Sie gilt als die mächtigste Mafia Europas. Sie kooperiert mit der kolumbianischen Mafia und organisiert einen großen Teil des Kokainhandels nach Europa. Im Laufe der Ermittlungen hatten die Behörden Kokain im Wert von mehr als 2 Milliarden € beschlagnahmt. Das Waschen von Drogengeldern gilt in Italien als schwieriger als im europäischen Ausland, weil Geschäfte mit Bargeld stärker eingeschränkt sind. Deswegen ist die 'Ndrangheta immer mehr im Ausland aktiv. Das erschwert den italienischen Mafia-Bekämpfern die Verfolgung. Um eine kriminelle Organisation aus Kalabrien zu bekämpfen, müssen wir gegen ihre weltweiten Pläne vorgehen. Dazu müssen wir kooperieren, nicht nur lokal, sondern international. Dies sei mit den gleichzeitigen Razzien in vielen europäischen Ländern heute früh gelungen. Der Zugriff gilt als der größte Schlag der Geschichte gegen die Ndrangheta.
Die Bundesregierung hat die Weichen für den Abzug deutscher Soldatinnen und Soldaten aus Mali gestellt. Das Kabinett verlängerte den Einsatz in dem westafrikanischen Land heute noch ein letztes Mal bis zum Mai 2024. Wenn der Bundestag zustimmt, ist der derzeit größte Auslandseinsatz der deutschen Streitkräfte in einem Jahr beendet. Zuletzt hatte sich die Sicherheitslage für die Mission immer mehr verschlechtert.
Das Ende des Mali-Einsatzes rückt näher. Seit 10 Jahren versucht die Bundeswehr in einer UN-Mission zusammen mit anderen Nationen die Region zu stabilisieren. Etwa 1000 deutsche Soldatinnen und Soldaten sind vor Ort. Nach dem Militärputsch vor 2 Jahren ist in Mali eine Regierung an der Macht, die eher russischen Söldnern als UN-Soldaten vertraut. Nicht nur im Verteidigungsministerium hatten die Sorgen um die Sicherheit der Soldaten zugenommen. Alle Regierungsfraktionen bewerten den Abzug 2024 als richtigen Schritt. Auch die Grünen.
Weil wir unter den bestehenden Bedingungen und vor allem den Problemen mit der malischen Militärregierung nicht verantwortungsvoll dort bleiben können, auch wenn das sicherlich für die Mission selbst der Vereinten Nationen große Rückschritte bedeutet.
Nicht nur mit Mali, sondern in der gesamten Region soll dafür die Entwicklungszusammenarbeit ausgeweitet werden, beschließt das Kabinett.
Wir können kein Interesse haben, dass sich diese Region weiter destabilisiert. Da ist sehr viel Terrorismus heute schon. Wir wollen mithelfen, auch dem Terrorismus dort den Nährboden zu entziehen. Und das machen wir über eine langjährige Kooperation in der Entwicklungszusammenarbeit.
Militär abziehen und jetzt mehr Hilfen bezahlen. Die Opposition hält das für den falschen Weg.
Die Ampelregierung verfolgt jetzt eine Strategie, Geld ins Land zu geben, ohne Bedingungen zu setzen. Das ist ein Fass ohne Boden.
Die Bundeswehr hat nach Angaben ihres Kontingentkommandeurs bereits erste Schritte zum Abzug eingeleitet.
Der ukrainische Präsident Selenskyj wird offenbar Mitte Mai Berlin besuchen, zum ersten Mal seit dem russischen Überfall auf sein Land. Selenskyj werde auf Einladung von Kanzler Scholz in die Hauptstadt kommen, teilte die Polizei unter Hinweis auf Sicherheitsvorkehrungen mit. Von Regierungsseite gab es bisher keine Bestätigung. Am 14. Mai soll in Aachen der Karlspreis an Selenskyj verliehen werden. Ob er persönlich dabei sein wird, ist offen. Russland wirft der Ukraine einen versuchten Drohnenanschlag auf den Kreml vor. Die Präsidialverwaltung in Moskau erklärte, Putin habe sich zum Zeitpunkt des Angriffs nicht dort aufgehalten. Die Ukraine wies die Anschuldigungen zurück. Bereits in den vergangenen Tagen meldete Russland angebliche ukrainische Sabotageakte. So war in Wolnar nahe der Krimbrücke ein Treibstofflager in Brand geraten. Und in der Gegend um Bryansk in der russischen Grenzregion entgleisten 2 Güterzüge, nachdem Sprengsätze explodiert waren.
Vergangene Nacht in Moskau. Eine Drohne fliegt auf den Kreml zu und wird knapp vor dem Ziel abgefangen. Gleich mehrere Aufnahmen der Szene kursieren heute in den sozialen Medien. Sofort ist die Rede von einem Anschlagsversuch auf den Präsidenten durch die Ukraine. Sondersendung im russischen Fernsehen. Der Pressedienst des Präsidenten meldet ein Attentat auf Putin, sagt der Moderator. Gleich 2 ukrainische Drohnen haben den Kreml angegriffen. Moskau behält sich das Recht auf Antwort vor, wann und wo es das für richtig hält. Die Ukraine dementiert, der Anschlag sei ein Täuschungsmanöver. Drohnen über dem Kreml. Das bedeutet, dass Russland ein Informationsumfeld schaffen will, um seine eigenen großflächigen Terrorattacken zu rechtfertigen, sagt der Berater des ukrainischen Präsidenten. Warten wir ab, was Moskau als nächstes tut. Die Ukraine jedenfalls hat nicht das Ziel, den Kreml mit Drohnen anzugreifen. Am Samstag brannte ein großes Treibstofflager auf der besetzten Krim, ein ukrainischer Drohnenangriff. Seit Tagen gibt es eine Serie von Anschlägen in russischen oder von Russland besetzten Gebieten. Getroffen wird Infrastruktur, die auch militärisch genutzt werden kann. Sonntag und Montag entgleisten 2 Güterzüge in der Nähe der ukrainischen Grenze. Gestern brannte erneut ein Öldepot unweit der Krim. An der Kuppel im Kreml sind heute noch Spuren des nächtlichen Vorfalls zu sehen. Wer die Drohne gesteuert hat, ist unklar. Offen bleibt auch die Frage, wie sie überhaupt in den schwer bewachten Luftraum des Kreml gelangen konnte.
Bei russischen Angriffen in der Region Cherson sind nach Angaben der ukrainischen Staatsanwaltschaft mindestens 16 Zivilisten getötet worden. 22 Menschen wurden verletzt. Den Berichten zufolge wurde in der Großstadt Cherson der Bahnhof und ein Supermarkt getroffen. Der ukrainische Militärgouverneur teilte mit, insgesamt seien in dem Gebiet 5 weitere Ortschaften angegriffen worden. In Serbien sind bei einem Angriff auf eine Schule in Belgrad 8 Kinder und ein Wachmann getötet worden. Die Polizei nahm den mutmaßlichen Schützen, einen Siebtklässler, fest. Nach ihren Angaben betrat der 13-Jährige die Schule mit 2 Waffen seines Vaters. Die Tat habe er lange geplant und auch eine Liste mit Namen seiner Opfer erstellt. Der Jugendliche soll nun in eine psychiatrische Einrichtung gebracht werden. Deutschland wird ärmere Staaten im Kampf gegen die Klimakrise mit weiteren 2 Milliarden Euro unterstützen. Das hat Bundeskanzler Scholz zum Abschluss des Petersberger Klimadialogs in Berlin angekündigt. Außerdem rief er dazu auf, bis 2030 den Ausbau erneuerbarer Energien weltweit zu verdreifachen. Außenministerin Baerbock fordert, ein solches verpflichtendes Ziel beim nächsten Weltklimagipfel im Herbst zu beschließen.
Außenministerin Baerbock versucht beim Abschluss des Klimadialogs Zuversicht zu demonstrieren. Dabei ist nach einem Bericht des Weltklimarates klar, die gut 40 Staaten haben bisher zu wenig für den Klimaschutz getan. Sehr weit sei man davon entfernt, die Erderwärmung auf 1,5 Grad zu begrenzen.
Wenn wir dieses Ziel noch in Reichweite behalten wollen, müssen die globalen Treibhausgasemissionen bis 2030 halbiert werden und die erneuerbaren Energien verdreifacht werden.
Das gehe nur gemeinsam. Ärmeren Staaten, die von den Folgen des Klimawandels wie zum Beispiel Überschwemmungen betroffen seien, müsse dabei geholfen werden. Der Kanzler verspricht nun, in einen vereinbarten Klimafonds mehr Geld einzuzahlen.
Auch hier lassen wir Worten Taten folgen. Daher kann ich Ihnen heute ankündigen, dass Deutschland plant, die zweite Wiederauffüllung mit 2 Milliarden Euro zu unterstützen. Das ist noch mal ein Drittel mehr als bei unserer letzten Einzahlung.
Nichtregierungsorganisationen überzeugt das aber nicht.
Das, was Bundeskanzler Scholz heute verkündet hat, reicht bei weitem nicht aus, um die globale Klimakrise anzugehen. Und er muss seine internationale Glaubwürdigkeit dadurch herstellen, dass er wirklich zu Hause, gerade in der Verkehrspolitik, jetzt endlich die Emissionen nach unten bringt.
Konkrete Ziele sollen Ende November beim Weltklimagipfel in Dubai beschlossen werden.
Im Münchner Betrugsprozess um den Dieselskandal bahnt sich eine Wende an. Nach mehr als 2 Jahren will der ehemalige Audi-Chef Stadler ein Geständnis ablegen. Das Landgericht München hat ihm im Gegenzug eine Bewährungsstrafe zugesagt. Außerdem soll Stadler, der die Vorwürfe bislang immer bestritten hatte, gut 1 Million Euro Geldstrafe zahlen. Auch die Staatsanwaltschaft hat dem Vorschlag zugestimmt.
Die Stimmung zwischen Robert Stadler und seinen Anwälten gelöst. Der ehemalige Audi-Chef hat dem Dieselskandal ein Geständnis angekündigt, um so einer Haftstrafe zu entgehen. Das Gericht hatte ihm dies angeboten, die Staatsanwaltschaft ist einverstanden.
Der Inhalt der Verständigung beinhaltet zum einen ein vollumfängliches Geständnis des Angeklagten. Dies ist der Regelfall, das Gesetz sieht dies so vor. Im Gegenzug ist dem Angeklagten zugesagt worden, dass eine Freiheitsstrafe zwischen 1,5 Jahren und 2 Jahren, diese ausgesetzt zur Bewährung, verhängt werden wird.
Vor Gericht geht es darum, dass der ehemalige Audi-Chef spätestens seit 2016 gewusst haben soll, dass Motoren manipuliert wurden um so auf dem Prüfstand sauberer zu sein als auf der Straße. Bisher hatte Stadler seine Unschuld beteuert. Jetzt will er gestehen.
Ein Geständnis führt so gut wie immer zu einer milderen Strafe. Und eine Absprache ist vom Gesetz unter bestimmten Bedingungen erlaubt. Die muss vor allem öffentlich gemacht werden. Ob eine Absprache nötig und sinnvoll ist und wie sie genau aussieht, darüber kann man natürlich in jedem einzelnen Fall diskutieren.
Die anderen derzeit noch Angeklagten hatten bereits gestanden. Ein Ingenieur und der ehemalige Audi-Motorenchef Hatz hier links. Ihm droht eine Haftstrafe, weil er veranlasst haben soll, die erforderliche Software zu verbauen. In 2 Wochen will Stadler das Geständnis ablegen. Das Urteil könnte es dann im Juni geben. Zur Bewährungsstrafe soll noch eine millionenschwere Geldauflage hinzukommen. Dafür würde Stadler das Gericht dann als freier Mann verlassen.
Die Lottozahlen 14, 15, 16, 37, 42, 47. Die Superzahl lautet 1. Diese Angaben sind wie immer ohne Gewähr. Weitere Gewinnzahlen finden Sie auf tagesschau.de und im ARD-Text ab Tafel 580. Und nun die Wettervorhersage für morgen Donnerstag, den 4. Mai.
In den Süden und Westen Deutschlands strömt warme Luft aus mediterranen Breiten. In der Nacht ist es oft klar, im Nordwesten und Westen ziehen lockere hohe Wolken auf, die sich ausbreiten. Am Tag Sonnenschein, dünne lockere Wolkenfelder, über dem Norden und Nordosten mitunter kompaktere Wolken. In der Nacht 8 Grad im Rhein-Main-Gebiet bis -1 Grad im Osten. Am Tag 12 Grad an den Küsten bis 26 Grad am Oberrhein. Am Freitag neben Sonne, Wolken, Schauer und Gewitter, die am Nachmittag teilweise kräftig ausfallen. Im Nordosten nochmals trocken, an den Küsten ist es windig bis stürmisch. Am Samstag im Nordosten gebietsweise Regen, sonst Sonne, Wolken, einzelne Schauer und Gewitter bis 24 Grad. Am Sonntag von Westen und Südwesten her wieder viele Wolken, teilweise kräftige Schauer und Gewitter.
Wir melden uns wieder mit den Tagesthemen und Ingo Zamperoni in der Fußball-Halbzeitpause um 21:35 Uhr. Darin analysieren wir, warum Deutschland für die Mafia so attraktiv ist. Ich wünsche Ihnen noch einen schönen Abend.
Meine Familie gibt mir Kraft. Ein Gegner wurde getötet. Zurück auf 2 Beinen. Sonst jage ich euch. Immer standfest. Meow. Das ist erlaubte Ding.
have you considered apologizing? This whole you started making fun of Hassan, saying basically something to the effect of, oh, Hassan will just say mindlessly that Steven Crowder is guilty just because he's a conservative. So that just got me kind of wondering, like, why are you so hateful to Hassan?
Because I hate him?
No, but why do you hate him, though? Like, broadly
I
speaking.
feel like the brand of politics that he engages in is just 100% partisan hackery. I don't feel like he has very many original thoughts or anything of value that he contributes to the political world. I typically think you would go there just to see, like, what do progressives think about a given issue right now, and it wouldn't be for any type of original thoughts or factual reporting or anything of value outside of, like, pop politics, basically.
Well, let's be clear here. Is that actually the reason why you hate him, or is it because, like, he used to be friendly with you and then he burned the bridge with you?
Well, let's see. There's two different ways I can answer that question. I could say, yes, that is the reason, but if I was lying about it, I would never say that. Or I would say, no, that's not the reason, because I don't feel that way, in which case I'm giving you the same answer either way, right? So,
well,
I don't know what the point of that question is. So I guess my counter would be, there are certain people that I don't like Vosh, who I would still give more credits for political understanding to than Hassan. And I think we've probably burned similar bridges. If anything, Vosh has been worse to me. But I think I am generally fair in terms of my treatment of Hassan. If he says dumb shit, I say he says dumb shit. And if people make up shit about him, or if he doesn't say dumb shit, I'll say, oh, this is probably a fair take. I think I've...
Hold on, you're definitely way too uncharitable to Hassan in general. Like, he literally can't do almost anything right in your eyes.
Well, because he doesn't really do much, but there's not much that we really cover. But yeah, no, he's generally going to just give me a progressive take. Like, here's Hassan saying something that's like the standard progressive take. So if I agree with the standard progressive take on something, I'll probably agree with him. And if I don't, then I probably disagree with him. But he doesn't really offer anything beyond that.
Is it inconceivable to you that maybe he just has a normal, common, progressive opinion because he's just a normal, common, sensible progressive? Like, does it really have to be like some evil, sinister, like he's just copying and pasting whatever Twitter says because it'll make him the most money? Like, don't you think that maybe
those are the only two options, really? Is that what we're saying? Or could it be that he has like a very safe opinion that also makes him a ton of money and it roughly aligns with his political views?
Okay, but then like, does it really have to be like some evil, sinister, like he's just copying and pasting whatever Twitter says because it'll make him the most money? Like, don't you think that maybe
those are the only two options, really? Is that what we're saying? Or could it be that he has like a very safe opinion that also makes him a ton of money and it roughly aligns with his political views?
Okay, but then the way you frame it is like, oh yeah, he's just copy pasting whatever from Twitter because like you're making it sound extremely sinister, like he's some horrible person.
Hold on, I'm not trying to make it sound sinister. I'm trying to make it sound lazy. I think his politics are lazy. I don't think it's sinister. I don't think like behind the scene, he's probably a bit more edgy behind the scenes, but I doubt he's like behind the scenes like, oh, I hate black people and I'm super conservative. I don't think it's that. I'm sure that like progressive beliefs probably roughly align with what he believes.
Like, to be fair, he's not that lazy. Like, he did recently do that what is it?
Wait, before you name what he did, here's what I think he does. And then maybe what you're about to say will contradict that. I think the only things I think Hassan will do are whatever increases his financial gain or his clout gain. And he will never step outside that box. Now you tell me what he just did and we'll see if it contradicts either of those two predictions.
He bought out an entire dog shelter, but also like
Hold
that's
on,
what
wait. So by bought out an entire dog shelter, I think what you mean to say is he donated $5,000 in a bougie dog shelter for people to adopt dogs, right?
Yeah, that's still a good thing, but you don't even want to give him credit for that?
No, I won't really give people credit for that. It was a bougie dog shelter. The people there probably don't need help with the adoption fees, and it was something obviously they did for a clout gain. Who the fuck cares about adopted dogs when we have homeless people in the United States?
Okay, like,
not to say that like you can't only, I'm not saying that you can't do any activism that doesn't involve solving the worst things in the world, but like clearly like donating for cute puppies in a bougie shelter where there's like celebrities adopting dogs, like is probably like, this is a clout up, right? It's not really like real activism or anything. Like if anything, you could have at least pointed to the money that he donated to Turkey or whatever was at least a little bit better, but.
Yeah, he did that too, exactly. But like he'll do like pretty decent things, but you'll either write it off. and saying, oh, that's lazy, or oh, he just did it for clout, or oh, he's just bad faith. And like one time you even called him, I think you even once called him borderline evil because he criticized you after you insulted that rape victim on Twitter. And like
I
that's
feel like
just
you're
wild
missing
to me
probably
because
a lot. I feel like you're missing probably a lot of that story. That'd be my guess. I criticized him. I called him evil because he attacked me for making fun of a rape victim.
Yeah.
I feel like there's probably something else happened there, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But I feel like probably something else happened.
Yeah, you insulted a rape victim on Twitter. You called her like socially R-worded like 50 billion times and clingy and desperate. And then he responded by clapping at you and insulting you or whatever. And then you said, oh, I can't believe Hassan would do that. He knows he shouldn't do that. That's borderline evil. And I'm like, dude, I think that's kind of fair that like he clown on you a little bit.
I'm pretty sure we're missing some stuff of the story here, but that's fine. Go ahead.
No, that it's more, that's the gist of it. I don't think I'm misrepresenting anything.
Yeah, but the gist of Lauren, like
Yeah,
probably something else happened.
Yeah, you insulted a rape victim on Twitter. You called her like socially R-worded like 50 billion times and clingy and desperate. And then he responded by clapping at you and insulting you or whatever. And then you said, oh, I can't believe Hassan would do that. He knows he shouldn't do that. That's borderline evil. And I'm like, dude, I think that's kind of fair that like he clown on you a little bit.
I'm pretty sure we're missing some stuff of the story here, but that's fine. Go ahead.
No, that it's more, that's the gist of it. I don't think I'm misrepresenting anything.
Yeah, but the gist of Lauren Southern was that she was sinking boats in the Mediterranean, and the gist of, I mean, like you had a lot of.
Okay,
how many black people do you think Kyle Rittenhouse killed? I'm just curious.
He killed like 15. Anyway, the point, I was joking about Lawrence. I was exaggerating.
Sure. Here's the thing. If you think there's something that Hassan has done well that I don't give him credit for, if you think I've been unfair in my treatment towards him in some place, then feel free to point it out. Like, I think it was okay that he actually donated a sizable amount of money to I think it was the Amazon worker strike. That's probably okay. But he could do so much more with this platform. My complaint has been, and will probably always continue to be, that while you've got people like Fuentes or Lauren Southern, or more grandly now, the Daily Wire, that are like working on these huge documentary pieces and all this stuff, they're like doing so much work to further their political causes, Hassan has effectively done nothing. If Hassan were to die tomorrow, it would have absolutely no impact on the state of politics in the United States, because he almost has no impact on the state of politics in the United States.
That's absolutely not true. I think by virtue of him being such a massive left-leaning political streamer, like, do you know how many people he's probably, like, indirectly by virtue of him being a big blue-pilled political streamer, do you know how many people he's probably blue-pilled?
Probably almost nobody would be my guess.
That is so cap. He is literally, like, the biggest left-leaning streamer on Twitch.
Yeah,
like,
and he probably gets a lot of people that
huge difference.
Yeah, but he like intentionally doesn't even engage with people that have political disagreements with him. He's just kind of like a collection point for a lot of people that have progressive ideas. But he does no political activism. He doesn't donate, or I'm sorry, he doesn't like contribute his time or his actual clout towards like boosting anything in the Progressive Party, right? Like if Hassan Piker disappears tomorrow off the internet, what did progressive politics lose? They lose Hassan Piker's stream. If the Daily Wire would have disappeared tomorrow, what do they lose? They lose all the documentaries that they're working on. They lose all the support they give to political politicians. They lose like all of the work they do and try to like further their particular political causes, and all the different fucking Matt Walsh traveling to different states to talk in front of city councils or whatever, like all that shit. They lose a ton of stuff, right? Or if you were to compare it to like a lot of these political figures that go out and they actually do stuff in the world, for Hassan you would just lose his stream.
If you lose Hassan tomorrow, right? We lose a person who makes politics popular to engage with for young people. Like, absolutely, him being popular and him being super palatable and family friendly and polite and non-controversial, like that absolutely is a hugely valuable thing. Like, do you know how many young people wouldn't engage with politics if he wasn't there to make it like more engaging for them? Like, dude, like, come on. This is what I mean when I say like you're so uncharitable to him, because like, let's be honest, you're really just upset that he betrayed you or whatever. And like, I just want to ask, like, is it out of the question for you to just be sensible and like apologize to him so that the two of you can stop fighting each other?
Okay, you're 10 out of 10, okay? It has to be a troll, okay? This is like the most soy shit I've ever heard in my entire life, okay?
I'm not trolling.
You have to be.
No, I'm not.
Come on, not even a little bit?
No, okay, here's the thing. I don't think any of your orbiters prior to me have ever asked you, like, have you considered apologizing to Hassan? So, like, what's wrong with me asking you that?
What would I apologize to Hassan for?
Because like you're just generally a jerk to him. You make like 50 billion videos about him, constantly milking him.
50 billion. I'm constantly milking. Bro, I don't talk about Hassan that much on my stream.
Okay, maybe not anymore, but there was a time for like 2 years where it was just Hassan did this, Hassan did that, and like the thumbnail is just like plastering his face all over everything.
For a while, but it depends on what's going on. But you said it yourself. He's like one of the largest political figures. Look how many videos Hassan makes on Ben Shapiro. Like, Jesus. Yeah, of course. I mean, wait. Hold on. Did somebody just kick him?
till the moment that I spoke to you. I look up and all I see is you. And I know it's true. I think I'm drowning in the deep blue whenever I'm not holding you. There's no limit to how far we'll go. Your love gets me high like when I smoke. Yeah, I messed up in the past, I know. You're my Demi Moore until I'm ghost. Girl, you melt my heart and warm my soul. Hope to be with you until we're old. They gon' talk about us, that's how it goes. All the things we do, they just don't know. Let it go, I wanna see what you made of. Let it show, they'll never know what we know. Round, round through the city, lights down, time back, baby, come and get me, get me. Got a body in the trunk, in the blood full of earth. Got a soul, dog punk, make it bump, then you burn. Gotta learn you a lesson, I'ma be the one that teaches sundown. I ain't sleeping, bitch, I'm camouflage, creeping through the dark, dark night. Splinter cell, give 'em hell. Got the Glock, it's a slut, yes it like the kiss and tell. 30 shells, crack his bell. Now ain't bringing through the underground. Cemetery styles, got 'em fucking with the bumping sound. Sunny day, poolside, listening to the waterfall. In the string, I gotta pull out will to keep my pockets full. Big screen, television, PlayStation 1. Pressing pause on all that chatter, bitch, the game has just begun, yeah. Bitch, I'm God's favorite son, not Nas Baker, bruh. Smoking reefer, drinking rum. When it's trouble, I don't run. No, I always keep a gun close. Fresh as fuck like Glenn Close. I'm a dog, 101 bitches out in Ben Bone. Set the bar like limbo, raise it too high, we can't get low. White bitch with me simple, got big titties, she a bimbo. 40 got extendo, talk shit, get popped like a pimple. Eddie bacon bones, bitch, we locked in like a safe, though, little bitch. Praying that we make this work. Don't say you love me if you make me hurt. Stuck together till we leave this earth. Road to riches, but I'll be there first. Me and you, girl, you're my only one. Rolling blunt, bumping forever young. It's just us until the day we done. Baby, it's been a long day at work. I'm just praying that we make this work. Don't say you love me if you make me hurt. Stuck together till we leave this earth. Road to riches, but I'll be there first. Me and you, girl, you're my only one. Rolling blunt, bumping forever young. It's just us until the day we done. You've been on my mind, tell me am I on your
Wait, why? RTBA, why? You guys are like unhinged. He had his chance last time. I meant to ban him then. What? I don't understand why you would. Okay, where's Kelly? Kelly, please come back. Kelly, I want to talk about trans issues again. Where are you? You don't think Hassan sways a lot of young Twitch viewers to the left just by virtue of being friendly with their favorite streamer? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know how much he is actually swaying people versus he's just kind of like part of the whole like progressive zeitgeist. Like,
Kelly, just leave. Oh, Ben, no.
Oh, let's catch up on donos, I guess. Abba.
Your mods just ban people mid-conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. They're getting a little too uppity. I'm not sure why. I don't
also,
know why he...
it's peripheral precocious puberty, not all
somebody got to get fired, bro. These guys are crazy. Your mods need to. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Even if I didn't like that guy, that's actually wild. If you're in the middle of a conversation and you somebody,
Jelly G argues about
your
side
mod's just
effects
like,
like
no,
an
fuck that guy. I don't want to hear him no more. Like,
That's
bro,
pretty wild.
You run this fucking channel? That's crazy.
True.
I didn't agree with the dude, but actually, you know, it was a little bit refreshing, and you are obsessed with Hassan, so I think he had a valid point.
Absolutely true, you know. You know what they say, Hassan is to destiny as fresh and fit is to Abba and Preach, so.
You know what? That was actually pretty decent.
Yeah. What's up? How you doing? Where are you at right now? Are you allowed to say?
No. I was just watching because I was intrigued, and I was like, I thought when you said one of your mods kicked him, I thought you were joking, and when I realized you were serious, I was like, is this normal for you?
No, I don't know why. They've been getting crazy lately, okay? RTBA is out of control. He's like the cocaine bear from that movie. Is
RTBA a mod? I thought that was like an acronym for like get the fuck out or something.
No, RTBA stands for Right to Bear Arms, and he is indeed a moderator.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully you bring the guy back on. I'd be curious to hear that goes. Because yeah, have you ever thought about apologizing to Hassan for everything you've done?
Fuck no.
Okay, actually, you know what? Let me ask you this question then.
Oh.
On behalf of the soy guy who's just here, let me put on my soy hat.
Yeah.
What have you done in regards to this whole Hassan dynamic that you felt on your end was wrong?
I mean, there have been times where I like lash shadow him pretty hardcore after I feel like he was lash shadow me, but not too often. Like there was that time I talked about the brothel that he went to that like I was sex trafficking. But I mean that was true. But like I was probably I doubt that he was like sex trafficking, but I think this was after he had accused me of some weird shit. Of like my community being full of Nazis again or some dumb shit. So usually the worst things I do or the most regretful things I do, which hey, listen, I'm a human. It's usually when people tell a whole bunch of lies about me and slander me constantly. Sometimes I'll just like clap back with something, but then everybody's like, oh, but that's not true. And then my audience gets mad. I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess I probably shouldn't do that. But it's kind of hard sometimes when everybody else just has like carte blanche to fucking make fun of you and like make shit up about you and just lie about you constantly. Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that bridge being rebuilt? Do you in your eyes?
If I 10x my audience, he would rebuild it. Or if his brand of politics starts to become less popular and mine becomes more popular, he might rebuild it. But no, he's a clout demon, unironically. And I'm not even really hating. That sounds so negative, and it sounds like I'm coping when I'm saying I don't hate it. Like I really do hate it. But like, I mean, obviously it's worked really well for him. He's networked out the ass. He's done a really good job like building his stream and his brand and everything. But yeah, he is like a networking monster.
All right. Anything else?
I wanted to ask you something, Abba. If that's okay.
Oh yeah, he's fine with it. Go ahead.
I was listening to your conversation with Ayla, I think it was a bit over a week ago, and she was asking you about insecurities. And you said your insecurity was feeling useful, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
I just thought that was really sad. Like you as a person, you have worth outside of like how useful you are, right?
Yeah, I don't believe that. No.
Do you feel that way towards other people, or just you?
No, I don't think that's true for everybody. But I think that I think I'd probably argue that for men, especially. I think there's definitely a need to like bring monetary value to our relationships, or to bring, you know, your body and your physical elements to a relationship in terms of sacrificing yourself for things like that. So yeah, there's things that I definitely feel I have to be of use for or of service for in order to feel valued, for sure.
So it's a bit more specific. It wasn't just being useful in general. Because yeah, I don't know the way.
No,
that
no. I mean,
you
obviously,
said
I
it.
hyper focus on things that I think are going to be useful to others. No, I don't go out of my way to do stuff I absolutely loathe, but you know, like obviously accumulating money helps because it helps me take care of the people I care about, so that's definitely useful. Alleviates their stresses, so for me, it kind of makes me feel as though I can be really important in that regards, which matters to them. So, it makes sense in my head.
But I'm sure a lot of those people would still find a lot of worth in you as a person, regardless of how much money you had right there.
Sure. I mean, there's different ways, but I think that's definitely one of the biggest ways. Like, I think I would have a hard time feeling useful to my family if I wasn't able to help them out financially, for sure.
Really?
Because financials is one of their biggest stresses in life, and if I can't alleviate that, then how am I that useful to them?
Huh. Like, having to feel useful to your family, that feels kind of sad. but is there not other ways that you feel useful to them? It's only money?
No, it's not just money. Obviously, there's emotional support.
It's
There's
like
different
the
things
big
I can do,
one.
but that's probably one of the biggest ones for sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of sad. But I mean,
I don't know. I think I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I know as an immigrant child, like your parents constantly want you to become a doctor or whatever the fuck it is. The reason why is they want you to have the financials possible so that you can take care of the people around you, be good. So it's like obviously things that you inherit as well from immigrant families. And I'm not saying it's not true for Anon, but like it's very common. So what I'm saying right now is not unique to me. It's just normal.
Okay. I didn't realize you were an immigrant. Sorry. I guess there's more context to how you feel about things.
Yeah. Do you think like my perspective is unique? I really don't feel like it is at all.
I don't necessarily think unique, but what I tend to find with people that when you ask them about usefulness in relation to worth, that when you try to apply the same thinking to anyone else outside of yourself, you would think that that was cruel and unkind. Like if you felt like anyone else on the planet, they had to be useful to be worthwhile, you would think, well, no, that's not true. Like my grandmother's really old and she can't do anything, but she still has a lot of worth. Like people that are sick and disabled or whatever, they still have a lot of worth. I don't think you would think any differently, right? But
I would.
No, I would.
They're
you
worthless.
Would think differently?
No, if I thought somebody was useless, yeah, I would definitely think I would diminish them. Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things you can do in terms of loving somebody else is to be of service. And if there's no ways that you can be of service because you're useless, then yeah, it'd probably diminish how I feel about you.
True.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you have a lot of other ways that you think people are useful. That's okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Not everyone has to be
maybe.
useful in the same ways, but I think you have to be useful to other people. If you can't offer service, then I don't really understand how you can like tangibly through actions be able to love people.
But what if you had offered a lot of service through your life and there is a period where you can't? Does that make them completely useless and they should get rejected despite how useful they had been up until that point?
I think that would depend. If it was just true for a few people, I think that would be one thing. If I just thought that was the case for most of the people in my life, then I don't think I would. I would definitely feel some type of way about it. Yeah.
Okay, so
think
extenuating circumstances, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not as bad then.
No, it's still pretty bad.
No, it's not. It's fine. When he said it originally as an insecurity, it just seems really sad.
Yeah, it just feels very transactional, very empty and hollow. Like he probably doesn't know what love means. Do you think?
No, I was worried that he didn't feel worthwhile because he felt like he had to be useful all the time. That seemed kind of sad.
But if he feels that way about himself, he probably views other people that way, like as a means to an end.
Well, it seems so, but not necessarily a means to an end.
Basically, I mean, if they're not
seems like
worth
a
something, if they're not
context.
doing something for him exactly at that point in time, I guess he just doesn't think they're worth anything, you know? That's
You
what
don't
it feels
think that,
like.
do you, Abba? You didn't say that. I don't think.
I feel
you
like
said that.
Destiny feels that way for sure.
See how he's trying to flip it back on me now to avoid the...
Absolutely. Well, isn't that why you're polyamorous? You need people to constantly service you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why you keep having to fuck
But you know
everybody.
what? As a polyamorous
Right?
person, I would never dump one of my partners just because they got a little bit sick. And here you are making videos about my partner got cancer, and you would just dump them to the curb, which I think demonstrates Kelly's point
I know
Exactly.
100%. If you just had a girlfriend of like a year and she had terminal cancer, she was dying a couple of years, and she couldn't fuck no more, you would 100% get rid of her.
No way, I don't need to, because I just go fuck one of my other poly partners. That's why polyamory is superior. Boom, I don't need to dump anybody. I know, it's hard being wrong, but you know, what can I say? I got it figured out, you know?
Steven, if she could beg no more, she's like, I need you to spend more time with me. And you're like, nah, I gotta go fuck other bitches. Like,
She can spend more time. Yeah, she can sit in the corner and watch, bro. Boom. Easy.
And she not down with that. She said, no, Steven, I need
Well, then
someone
we
else."
wouldn't be dating, because I only date poly people. Boom, checkmate. Dude, I got this figured out 7 ways to Sunday, motherfucker. Your fight here is with Kelly, not with me, my friend.
I don't buy it. I could never see Steven in like a full-time caretaker mode. Just not a chance. If she's like, I need you to wipe my ass every day, do all this other stuff, and take care of me.
I think it depends on what you said earlier about like the time investment. Like I'm probably approaching that point with Melina. Like if she were to like break her leg or something, I'd probably help her out a lot the other day, because we've been together for like 4 years. Like there's gonna be like a decently strong bond there. If it was a girlfriend I've been dating for like 6 months,
She didn't break her leg. She lost both her legs. She in a wheelchair forever, and her pussy sewn up. Can't.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just asking. I'm actually, because you saw the video. I'm assuming that. Okay, so what is your line? Well, here's the hypothetical. Okay. I'm gonna be very generous, and then we're gonna scale it back to see how far you're an asshole. Okay.
Okay.
So the first line is, you guys have been married for 10 years. Let's say you have one child together. She loses both her legs from brain cancer. She like loses the function of her legs, and her pussy sewn up. Can't fuck her anymore.
She lost her legs from brain cancer.
Lost her function, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That actually does happen.
I thought he said she just doesn't have legs now.
No.
She's got no legs.
She got legs, but they're
She's
like, you know what
paralyzed.
I mean, they just dangle over the edge. So,
Okay.
what are you doing in those circumstances?
Oof. Well, we got an open relationship, so she can hang around the house, and I'll help her when I can. But I mean, I'm probably not throwing away the rest of my life. Probably in caretaking mode, right?
Okay. Okay. Well, then I won't ask you about the other ones.
Yeah, we're already done right there. Easy, problem solved.
I think a lot of people were like, "You sociopath, you piece of shit." And I think the fact that you guys have a situation where you guys are polyamorous probably allows for a little bit more flexibility than a lot of other couples.
Maybe, but also you got to keep in mind that shit is hard, right? Because like, imagine the love you think you have for a wife, right, or a husband. Love for a child is going to be even stronger, and even caretaking children that have diseases like that can get exhausting for people, right? So taking care of adults is like that's a very, very, very challenging. Whenever you've got like a child with disabilities, that's probably one of like the hardest and most conflicting jobs in the world, is to have to take so much care of somebody and then feel horrible about it, and then feel horrible about feeling horrible about it. Like it's probably one of the roughest jobs ever, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I would think that if I was 10 years in, that's something I want to stick through. But I wasn't surprised, but it was funny how many people messaged me like, oh, you wouldn't stay with your girlfriend of 2 years after she lost like her limbs and her body, that she might die in a couple years, like, and everybody so flippantly said like I would 100% stay, but I question how true that was, because from what I've read up on, at least when women in marriages get very ill or terminally ill, it's much more common for men to leave the relationship, one, and two, almost everybody who I've known who's taken on a very serious caretaker's role has said it's one of the most demanding and exhausting things possible. And so,
I mean, caretaker burnout is real, even for just like normal nurses that aren't even related to the people, right?
Yeah. So I think some people like romanticize the idea because they're convinced of what they would do in the circumstances, not knowing the day-to-day labor that actually requires extremely intense. So yeah, do you think people are lying, or do you think people are unaware?
I mean, people want to believe a certain thing. It's just hard to know like what they would actually do, right? But I think I would extend this to a lot of situations. I might even say it's cap. Like if somebody was to come like barreling down the hall, or if there were like people shooting guns at your girlfriend or whatever, I think every guy would like think, oh yeah, I would jump in front, like I'd do something for sure, 100%. But I mean, unless you've been in the situation, it's probably hard to know even that for sure, right?
Sure. I don't know, maybe in those kind of circumstances, I would believe that a lot of dudes. What about their children? Do you think people would jump in for their kids?
I think for children, I think you would, yeah.
I think most people would. Okay, fair.
I think so.
What about you, Kelly? What do you think about this topic?
I think it would depend on the length of time that I was with the person, obviously, and what goals I had for the future. If I had already
10
had
years, 10
kids
years married. That was your example.
and I have a kid already, I would probably stay.
No,
with
there's
them.
no kid. There's no kid.
Oh, I don't get one. Oh, that's not fair. Okay.
Yeah, 10 years married, no child. Are you
Um,
staying if they're all fucked up?
Yeah, because that might be a bit rough, and the reason for that is if I want to have a kid, it's not even that I couldn't have a kid with them, because that wouldn't be too much of an issue. I could go to a donor clinic, but I wouldn't have anyone to help me with the kid if they are that disabled, right? So I would be looking then after 2 people by myself. That does sound pretty rough, yeah. But if I gave up on the idea of having kids, I would consider it, because I mean I was a HCA nurse, so I've done, like, I used to look after a girl with muscular dystrophy, so I have the experience of caring for someone. It's not, in some ways it's not as bad as people think, but like it is. Obviously I didn't do like 12-hour shifts every day, so that's obviously a lot more.
If your wife gets pregnant and when you guys do like the whole brain scan or whatever the fuck they do, the ultrasound,
see ya,
and the kid got like they did some kind of pre-screening and the kid has like
Down syndrome
or whatever, just something that would be basically make him like disabled to some degree, would you go through with an abortion at that point?
I think that to some degree part's important, right? Because
like, let's say they were gonna turn out like you.
Okay.
You keeping it? Yes or no?
If it turns out like me, yeah, I'm fine. Okay, I'm not that bad. I'm not that disabled, right? But
Destiny,
if it
your
was
kid's about to
Down
turn like
syndrome,
yeah, if your
I
kid's
don't
about to
know.
turn out like Kelly, you gonna keep it?
Listen, life's hard enough, okay?
Fuck you, bro. You'd rather have the Down syndrome kid?
I'd rather have the down the toilet kid, okay? That's going whoosh. See ya.
Feels bad, man.
Well, listen, hopefully you guys bring back the Hassan guy and get him unbanned.
Yeah, Awuga. Unban him. RTBA, did you unban him yet?
You should have RTBA come up here and justify his ban. That shit crazy, bro.
He won't talk ever. He's a non-talker.
All right.
Yeah. Wait, who left?
Huh? Abba left.
Oh,
That was random.
true.
It's like you came back and you were a pawn in some game of 4D chess, and I think you found out that iDubbbz and Anissa don't play games.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Brief update, I am healed from Creator Clash 2. It was a success. Alex Wasabi beat me up. He won his fight fair and square, and I have all the respect for Alex. He's a good competitor, and I have respect for all the other fighters on the Creator Flash card. And thank you to all the fans who came. It was an amazing event. I'm very happy, very emotional. Awesome experience. I'll never forget it. Having said all that, you guys are here for the juice and the grease. So I'm going to give you guys the grease and the juice, and that all has to do with Froggy Fresh. The reason I didn't address any of this sooner is because I was terrified of jeopardizing the success of the event, because there are a lot more people involved in this than just Anissa and I didn't want to fuck it up for them. These are people that I really care about, and I felt like it would be very selfish if I was like, I understand public perception right now, guys. I'm just gonna make a quick 10-minute video, and I'll squash all the rumors. I'll squash all...
Hard with style. The music that speaks to your innermost being. One man must use a unique gift to find his way and transform his destiny through a world of magic. Of magic. One man must use a unique gift to find his way and transform his destiny through a world of magic.
Force will be with you, always.
Die young. This mix is biohacked.
I know this pretty brave girl, always think about her. And when she says hi to me, butterflies go right through me. And when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance in getting a little closer. And maybe get to know her, maybe get to know her, maybe get to know her, maybe get to know her. Pretty brave girl, always think about her. And when she says hi to me, butterflies go right through me. And when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance in getting a little closer. And maybe get to know her. I know this pretty brave girl, always think about her. And when she says hi to me, butterflies go right through me. And when I see her dancing, wanna take a chance in getting a little closer. And maybe get to know her. Fuck yeah. Your heart and make me breathe again. I need to feel your voice, your heart and make me breathe
Holy shit.
I wish that we were on TV, just like in Pokemon. You'd be a Pika girl in the Poke world. Yes, life would be so fun. I'd be a trainer boy, and I would make the choice to go and search for you. I'd throw my Pokeball, and I would catch them all. You'd be my Pikachu. You're my Pika girl in the Poke world. Oh, I want the gym badge, but you want my heart. Pika girl in the Poke world, and now that I got you, we're getting apart. Pokeball in my life, so okay for you. You're my Pika girl in the Poke world, just like a Pokemon. Pokeball in my life, so okay for you. You're my Pika girl in the Poke world, just like a Pokemon.
Monster kill.
I pledge allegiance to the bag that we obtained by selling that loud pack. In true shiesty we trust, never mess with a lame bitch, never fuck with a trifling hoe. As a boogie once said, money over everything. In liberty and justice for all, trappers around the United States. That's it.
Drugs in my veins with 2 hoes on my lap. I ain't gotta roll a thing, I got these bitches for that. I got that smoke by the ounce, I got them pills by the bottle. And if I ever run out, this junkie right here will rob me. Trapping out the ocean just so I don't lose focus. I'm always sipping purple potion, keep them backwoods in motion. Yeah, I use and I sell. Yeah, I'm straight out of hell. You drop my name in this city, bet it's gonna ring bells. Chop it up quick like a brick, I ain't got time for the small talk. Popping up quick, then I dip, see I don't wanna be bothered. Just know I hate you motherfuckers, and that's from the heart. Bunch of blowfish motherfuckers, and we are the sharks.
Fuck all of y'all, bitch. I don't give a fuck, super boy. Then I gotta do shit.
I have no idea what public perception for this video is going to be. That's why I'm doing it now, right? The event is now over with. I can risk it, you know? I can air my grievances and we can see where it goes. I need to bring you guys up to speed on where I'm at as a person and as a content creator. My philosophy for a while was, well, people will figure it out through the videos I make. But the problem is the videos I make, I mean, I sort of avoid speaking from the heart. I'm just gonna focus on a thing, on a piece of content. I think I have bad associations with sharing my life on the internet. I'm like, no, that shouldn't be my thing. Like, leave that up to the vloggers. But I think it's important to share where I'm at, so none of what I'm talking about in this Froggy Fresh video feels like I'm being hypocritical or, you know, I'm misleading you in any way. I think a lot of the content I've made has been irresponsible and misguided. And I think I've hurt a lot of people with the content I've made. You know, despite many people being entertained by it, you know, I'm not trying to take that away from you. If you feel like you've learned important lessons or you have grown as a person because of the content I've made, I don't want to take that away from you. With some good can come a lot of bad. And I think I've done a lot of bad. And, you know, at the bare minimum, I've just put a lot of negativity out there in the world. And I'm working on not doing that. I plan on expanding on all of this in a further video. I think there's a lot of content from over the years and some behind the scenes that I'd love to share with you guys. I think it would give clarity to where I'm at. But in this video, that's probably about all I can say on any of it. I don't want to detract from what the focus is. And the focus is kicking Froggy Fresh from the Creator Clash card. The main reason Froggy was kicked from the card was for collaborating with Sam Hyde. And, you know, for anyone who's been following the story, that's, you know, fairly obvious. Froggy has explained, you know, his side of the story multiple times. And unfortunately, he's been perpetuating a narrative that it's about OnlyFans or that it's about Anissa's mom. And that's extremely deceptive because he knows why he was kicked from the card. The one indication I gave him was Sam Hyde, and I wasn't unclear about that. Anyone who's mentioning the fact that Harley trained with Sam Hyde for the year previous, that was before Sam was saying this about my wife.
I don't think so, Anissa. Bitch. Ho. Fucking Anissa. What an ugly piece of shit. But look how beat she is. Oh, nice jack-o'-lantern teeth.
That's like
I can't wait to see what she looks like when she's 32. Her teeth look like a pumpkin head. Like it's the Anissa Joma hole stretcher. I'm sending this to Anissa's OnlyFans. It goes directly into charity. Yeah. Everybody hates him and his wife's a slut.
So yeah, now that this guy is on the daily insulting my wife, I think it's pretty fair to, you know, not want to associate with him in any way. We did ban Sam from the first event, so it's not as if he's confused about where he stands in all this. I don't like him. And Froggy knows that. Froggy knows that I don't like him. Of course. That's why he was banned. You know, none of this is like news to Froggy. Froggy knew all of this going into it. For anyone who's under the impression that Froggy has been like reasonable and chill and respectful through this whole process, he hasn't been. He's been a piece of shit. I'm not happy. With how he's behaved. He's talked mad shit about me.
Ian doesn't want people who are bigger and more talented than him upstaging him. That's what it is.
Anissa.
Ian's masculinity has been completely removed via Anissa.
Participants of the event.
This is really a lot of weird, tender, soft people. Creator class people are real, like, these type of people. You know what I mean?
The event itself.
This is really like the patty cake league for like social media boxing.
He doesn't like the culture of Creator Clash, and he mentioned that.
And Chris Raygun and all these people, it's like some big ethos worshiping party at these things, and I don't get it. I don't get what all this shit is all about. Everybody's there to worship ethos or fucking ethos or like touching ethos titty or pussy.
To be honest, I thought it was quite the gift to you that we'd kick you off the card. You have no more obligations, and you can immediately just pivot into boxing for misfits. It's like that's the culture that you want. You want the non-sissy, you want the macho dude traditional boxing culture. So go over there and box for them. You don't even have to miss that many months of training. You've been training. So hop on one of those cards. But unfortunately, Froggy doesn't want to hop on one of those cards because he thinks the skill level is too high.
Personally, in my opinion, I think the talent at Misfits and Happy Punch is in a different league that is out of my league.
And then right here, he's down. You stop. I mean, come on. It turns quickly from boxing to assault.
Just fight someone who's weaker than you.
So I'm done with boxing. I can fulfill my current obligations. If for some reason Creator Class changed their mind, I could fulfill my current obligations. I'm not interested in going further in any other boxing.
It's such a fucking cop-out that you're like, all right, I'm such a victim for getting kicked off the Creator Clash event when I knew what would get me kicked off the Creator Clash event, and now you're like, I don't want to box anymore. It's like, come on. If you look at my text exchange with Froggy, it's very clear that I didn't want to kick him from the card. I got to the point where I was like, okay, I don't want you working or training with Sam Hyde, but you're doing that, so all right, I'll look past it. I don't want you making content with Sam Hyde, but it seems like that's a real deal breaker for you, so I guess I'll look past it. It came to the point where I was like, can you postpone releasing content with Sam Hyde?
Look, you know me and Sam don't get along. You know, we put a lot of time and energy in this Creator Clash thing. I don't want it to be about Sam Hyde, so just don't let it hurt the event, all right? Go train with him, have fun, but don't let it hurt the event. Don't make it about Sam Hyde. That's what I would have said to you if I was iDubbbz.
Right, and guess what? Like, I didn't even plan on releasing none of the Sam Hyde content until after the event. If you don't know who Sam Hyde is, whether or not you love him or hate him, you have to recognize him as he's the most talented comedian alive. He's the most talented comedian of our generation. He's gonna probably be the greatest comedian of all time. He's a genius. I got a chance to go out there and train with him. He welcomed me into his environment. He paid people to train me. I didn't even plan on releasing none of the Sam Hyde content until after the event.
Didn't you tell them that? I thought you told them that.
Ian requested it through text. He requested that I did that. What I didn't like that he requested that, because I don't think that's appropriate. I was like,
he didn't think it was appropriate. I do not think that is appropriate. Do you think it's appropriate that, I don't know, 30-something-year-old man is publicly calling my wife a whore and a slut?
I think initially you can just buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this has got a separate Etsy page where she sells her pussy.
Yoko Ono was too concussed to fight in Creator Clash for the second year in a row.
Life is so easy for a certain gender. All you have to do is say that my uterus hurts. What'd she say this time? Her uterus hurts? Or uterus fell out?
She had another concussion.
Probably your uterus fell out from getting blown out so much by toys.
Is that appropriate, Froggy? Do you think that's appropriate?
I don't think that's appropriate.
Okay, you don't think it's appropriate that I set boundaries. I don't think it's appropriate that you are hanging out with a guy who doesn't think women are people. Like, I don't think that's appropriate.
I was like, I don't think you should be telling me when I can't release content. Like, this is my career. It's what I do for a
But you
living.
complied with it, right?
But I was going to anyways. But I didn't like people telling me that. I thought that was out of line.
I don't know why he's saying that he was planning on waiting to post Sam Hyde content. We have the Twitter timeline of him nonstop posting Sam Hyde content. It's fucking weird. I don't know if he thought it was like a loophole to post on Twitter about Sam Hyde. So I think in his head he was like, I was gonna wait to post Sam Hyde content. Parentheses, YouTube video.
Like, cause like it's not my problem that you have personal beef with the greatest comedian in the world. If I go to Providence,
how am I the simp? How am I the simp? I want to know. Is it because it's a woman? It's because it's a woman, isn't it? It's okay to simp for a big, gross dude. It's okay. It's understandable. He's big and he's gross. As soon as you simp for someone who's literally your partner, your life partner, that's too much. That's kind of gay.
If I go to Providence, Rhode Island, and get an opportunity to work with him, that should be my option to when I release that content. And it's got nothing to do with you. Not everything that people do with Sam Hyde involves iDubbbz, and I think that he misinterprets that.
We're not talking about people. We're talking about what you do with Sam Hyde, because you're in my event. I wish there were many layers of separation so I really could be that disconnected. Unfortunately, I have to be around you. You have to fight at my event. I have to share the same space as you know, in the parties, at the event itself, and I don't want to do that. I have no interest in sharing that space with you.
So for him to tell me, hey, could you wait until after the event to release that? In my mind, I'm thinking, I mean, I could, but it's weird for you to tell me to do that because it's got nothing to do with you.
Another thing that contributed to Froggy getting kicked was that he tweeted at Nathan Barnett, aka Dad. He said, "Dude, I tried hyping you up at Denny's when we ate dinner, and they said they weren't fucking with you and that you were going to lose to AB. They don't even like you." This is one of those things where it was like, oh, okay, so you basically don't have any good intentions here. You are just like...
I jumped in a Maserati truck. I got a diva with me. Look at the diamonds, they all bug. Boy, you dusty as a chimney. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe. Yeah. These niggas gossiping just like some bitches. My wrist is so wet like I'm washing some dishes. I got butt for a show and that bitch bought a tick. I got butt for a show and I made me a tick. What would a broke nigga do for a tip? I hopped in the truck, now I'm revving the air. All of these drugs, I need an intervention. I told her I love her, but then I got this. I'm never with the same hoe. 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 Yeah. Never with the same hoe. Never with the same hoe. Yeah, my new bitch a red, bro. Same age as J-Lo. Yeah, my truck is white like May. Yeah, tinted the windows, fuck a fish. Yeah, I'm ballin' like a nigga 6'4". Yeah, I'm ballin' like a nigga 6'4". It's cold outside, put my Claire on my body. I'm out of my mind, yeah, these drugs got me out my body. I feel like I'm Sosa because I don't let no study. I'm a real rock star, everything I do is gnarly. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm
dance, I'll dance. I've got my eye on you.
Seht ihr Furorion? Während wir zögerten, wurde eine Abwehr errichtet. Furorion, habt ihr das gehört? Eine Stimme. Furorion, aufgepasst! Ja, na klar. Die Primalisten haben keine Chance. Das sind ganz schön viele von ihnen. Sprecht mit leise. Wir wurden doch nicht entdeckt.
Nein, gerade jetzt sollten Drachen einfach wie Drachen handeln. Wir müssen diese Schwächlinge daran erinnern, mit wem sie es zu tun haben.
Furorion, nein! Ihr werdet sie nur
zu Tode erschrecken, an ihren Entscheidungen zweifeln lassen und ob.
Haha, ich wusste, ihr befehlsbenebelten Trottel kommt. Merkt euch den Namen Lorak. Diese Höhlen werden zu eurem Grab.
I jumped in a Maserati truck. I got a diva with me. Look at the diamonds, they all bug. Boy, you dusty as a chimney. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe. Yeah. These niggas gossiping just like some bitches. My wrist is so wet like I'm washing some dishes. I got butt for a show and that bitch bought a tick. I got butt for a show and I made me a tick. What would a broke nigga do for a tick? I hopped in the truck, now I'm revving the air. All of these drugs, I need an intervention. I told her I love her, but then I got this. I'm never with the same hoe. 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 Yeah. Never with the same hoe. Never with the same hoe. Yeah, my new bitch a red, bro. Same age as J-Lo. Yeah, my truck is white like May. Yeah, tinted the windows, fuck a fish. Yeah, I'm ballin' like a nigga 6'4". Yeah, I'm ballin' like a nigga 6'4". It's cold outside, put my Claire on my body. I'm out of my mind, yeah, these drugs got me out my body. I feel like I'm frozen because I don't let no study. I'm a real rock star, everything I do is gnarly. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe. I'm never with the same hoe.
so dance. I've got my eye on you. Dance all day.
and you feel you're growing weaker. You try to hang on, you try to be so much stronger. You try to go on, you waited for so
gebe zu, Furorion. Ihr habt euch im Kampf gut geschlagen.
Nun, danke, Sabelian.
Wenn wir mit dieser Flammeninkarnation fertig sind, ist für euch sicher ein Platz bei meinen Truppen.
Euren Truppen? Sabelian!
Das reicht wohl. Man muss nur mit einem schweren Kristall den richtigen Punkt treffen. Ha, uff, das werde ich morgen in den Gelenken spüren. Wie auch immer. Ihr seht aus, als wärt ihr neu hier. Willkommen. Ich heiße Honigpelz. Ihr kommt aus dem Oberland, nicht wahr? Braucht ihr etwas Hilfe, um da rauszukommen? Seid gegrüßt. Viel Glück auf der Jagd. Keine Sorge, ich habe meine Krallen perfekt unter Kontrolle. Meine Augen sind eher das Problem. Bitte sehr. Sollen wir dann die Begleiter suchen, nach denen ihr duftet? Ihr riecht nach großen Abenteuern. Sollte kein Problem sein. Auch wenn sie außer Sicht sind. Meiner Nase entgeht nichts.
Ihr könnt alle ein paar Ressourcen gebrauchen. Wie sagt man? Fürs Überleben des Stärkeren.
Nichts. Kümmert euch bitte um die Tiefenschinder. Ich brauche Platz, um euren Freund zu erschnüffeln. Oh nein! Ein Tiefenschinder hat euren Freund geschnappt. Hier lang. Fehlanzeige. Wieder nur Tiefenschinder. Erledigt sie, damit sie mein Riechorgan nicht stören.
Aber als das alles passiert ist, ist sogar dieser Dejan online gegangen. Sich mit Geld lieber Leid und 20 random Obdachlose zu unterhalten, anstatt ein paar Freunde zu bezahlen. Also ich meine, ich verstehe das auch gerade nicht. Also ich sag mal, du bist ja trotzdem nicht für diese Leute zuständig so. Also außer du hast jetzt vielleicht irgendwelche Verträge oder so. Aber wenn du halt kein Geld hast und denen jetzt halt gerade nichts geben kannst, kannst du denen halt gerade nichts geben. So, hä? Also ich check da das jetzt irgendwie gerade nicht. Und hat das öffentlich selber zugegeben. Also vor allem Mois sagt selber, dass er so krass Schulden hat und so weiter, aber ist dann trotzdem so weit, dass er weiterhin diese Videos macht, wo er voll viel Geld investiert. Also er könnte ja auch erstmal normale Videos machen und sich da erstmal rausholen.
Es gibt eine drängende Angelegenheit, für die wir einen erfahrenen Helden wie euch
Daraufhin habe ich einen Arbeitsbrief, ein Schreiben von meinem Anwalt schreiben lassen, wo ich ihn einfach ermahne, über mich öffentlich und meine Zahlen zu reden. Und das Ende des Lieds war halt, nachdem ich Maestro das alles erzählt habe, weil das alles wusste Maestro auch nicht. Auch, dass ich kein Geld bekommen habe, dass das Haus nicht abbezahlt zum Ende ist. Diese ganzen Sachen wusste Maestro nicht. Jetzt weiß er sie. Natürlich ist das für ihn jetzt einfacher zu verstehen. Für mich auch, seinen Standpunkt zu verstehen, weil er dachte, ich bin einfach ein Milliardär, der hier sitzt und auf ihn scheißt und er hat diese Probleme und ich mache noch einen Diss-Track. So. Es gab genau wie auf seiner Seite jemand, der gesagt hat, dass Mois gesagt hat, du bist so und so, gab es auf meiner Seite auch Menschen, die gesagt haben, du bist so und so. Deswegen sind diese ganzen Sachen passiert und ich entschuldige mich ein letztes Mal bei diesem Bruder und ich hoffe, jetzt ist es angekommen. Und die Lösung des Problems, wo Maestro mir auch geschrieben hat, ist, dass er die Entschuldigung annimmt, wenn ich mich auch um die Probleme, die entstanden sind zu der Zeit, wo wir zusammen waren, wenn ich mich um die kümmere. Und ihr kennt jetzt meine finanzielle Lage. Ich werde es inshallah alles irgendwie schaffen. Ich werde es schon schaffen, weiterzumachen. Ich habe immer alles geschafft. Meine Frau gibt mir sehr viel Kraft. Die Menschen, die mich lieben im Internet, geben mir sehr viel Kraft. Gott gibt mir sehr viel Kraft. Ja, aber wie gesagt, also das ist halt auch keine richtige Entschuldigung. Also es ist halt einfach nur rausreden, so, keine Ahnung. Also ich würde niemanden dafür fronten, dass er Steuerschulden hat. Ich hatte auch Steuerschulden, sowas geht viel, viel schneller, als man denkt. Also klar, man weiß natürlich auch, dass man zahlen muss, so, ne, aber trotzdem ist das immer noch mal was anderes, wenn du einfach Geld bekommst und dann irgendwie 2 Jahre später musst du Steuern zahlen. Aber, also er relativiert hier voll viel. Also selbst jetzt, wo er Steuerschulden hat, ändert er ja nichts. Also das macht alles wieder überhaupt keinen Sinn. Weil ich will auch wissen, wie er mit dem Plan rauskommen möchte. Und ja, safe wollte er einen auf Mr. Beast machen. Das Problem ist aber, dass auf jeden Fall im englischsprachigen Bereich ist so das, was ich von allen Influencern bisher gehört habe, ist es halt so, dass die deutlich mehr Geld für Placements beispielsweise kriegen und der englische Markt auch viel größer ist. Also ich sag mal, wenn du 100.000 Euro im Monat für Videos raushaust, also dann brauchst du halt noch mehr Klicks als Mois oder richtig krasse Partner, die dir pro Video irgendwie 80.000 geben oder so, damit sich das irgendwann rentiert, weil wenn du jetzt vieles davon nicht absetzen kannst, dann bleibst du halt auf den Kosten sitzen. Ne? Du musst ja mal da mindestens das Doppelte einnehmen, um überhaupt dann die Steuern darauf zahlen zu können. Weil er immer für mich da ist, egal wo ich bin. Deswegen werde ich das inshallah schaffen. Und ich habe Maestro gesagt, dass ich im Oktober einen Kampf habe. Und das sage ich nicht, um diesen Kampf zu pushen oder so, damit ihr versteht, wie wichtig der für mich ist. Das ist gegen einen Weltstar, den man international kennt. Ich darf noch nicht sagen, gegen wen. Da kriege ich eine fette Summe. Und damit rechne ich sehr. Ich brauche die auch sehr. Und von dieser Summe werde ich Maestro sein Geld zahlen. Denn er bei Finanzamt hat. Er ist, als er aus Finanzamt rausgegangen ist, schon zu 20.000 Euro verschuldet gewesen, weil er ein Beamter ist, der von dort rausgeht. Dann hat er mir oft Sachen einfach so überwiesen, ohne Rechnung, ich ihn. Und diese ganzen Probleme, das akzeptiere ich, da hat er auch recht. Hätte er das mir aber auch privat nochmal verdeutlicht, meinem behinderten Kopf erklärt, was ich Oder wie oft noch? Wie oft soll er dir das noch erklären? Erwarten darf, dann hätte ich selbst da. Ja, er hat recht, ich hätte mehr zahlen sollen, aber Maestro hätte es mir auch nochmal nicht sagen können. Also, Digga, natürlich werde ich von meinem ganzen Herzen versuchen, Maestro zu helfen. Man muss auch sagen, Attila, damit du vielleicht verstehst, dass ich nie böses Groll gegen dich hatte, auch als du weg warst, dass mein Steuerberater mir gesagt hat, als ich die Firma schließen wollte. Deswegen, als du in den Papieren aufgetaucht bist, dass du mal Geschäftsführer warst und die große Zahl, 800.000 Euro, resultiert aus allen Jahren der Keller GmbH, auch als du da warst, auch dieses Jahr, wo du da warst. Und auch in diesem Jahr sind Fehler passiert und hätte man einen Geschäftsführer zur Hälfte anbelangt und gesagt, der war auch mit mir drinnen, dann hättest du auch noch viel mehr Schulden. Aber ich habe bewusst dich davor bewarnt und gesagt, das war quasi ich. Und er hat nicht in freien Willen gehandelt. Ich habe notariell ein Papier gemacht und das unterschrieben und gegeben. So, damit du vielleicht das Gewicht meiner Worte verstehst. Das alles, was ich auch gesagt habe. Das wäre aber auch wirklich das Mindeste. Wenn er schon kein Geld gekriegt hat, dann zu sagen, dass es auch nicht seine Schuld ist, wenn er Schulden habe ich gesagt, hat. Weil
Am Ende des Tages muss ich das alles ablegen, diese Millionärscheiße. Und wenn es die nicht gäbe und ihr alles das wüsstet, dann würdet ihr vieles schon selber wissen. Und deswegen, weil ich heute nicht mehr so denke, dass ich eine Richard Mille brauche und selbst wenn ich beklaut wurde, versucht habe, daraus das Gute zu reflektieren und meine Richard Mille lieber auf der Queue liegt, verschenkt, darauf musste ich kommen, dass mich das mehr erfüllt. Ich bin Gott dankbar für diesen Weg. Ich hoffe, ihr wisst das auch. Und ich danke auch jedem Einzelnen von euch, der mich kritisch erwähnt hat, dass das endlich jetzt so gesagt wurde, was gesagt wurde. Vielleicht seht ihr mich in einem anderen Licht, vielleicht auch nicht, aber ich fühle mich besser, wenn das einfach von meinem Herzen ist. Bevor ich jetzt zum Ende des Videos komme, möchte ich auch noch einen Bruder erwähnen, Sinan. Sinan war immer, egal was er gemacht hat, ein sehr guter Bruder. Sinan war auch von all diesen Kreisen der Einzige, mit dem ich bis vor ein paar Tagen Kontakt pflege. Das ist alles die Wahrheit. Und Sinan haben wir uns sogar abgesprochen gehabt, dass wir wieder ein paar Videos miteinander aufnehmen werden, weil man vermisst ich ihn auch. Und dieser Kellerraub, den ich angesprochen habe in diesem Video, weil ich nicht mehr weiter wusste, weil ich irgendwie Facts droppen wollte, um irgendwie, das war auch falsch, so zu verlangen, dass ihr versteht, dass es mir schlecht ging. Und das kam eher rüber, als würde ich Mitleid wollen. Und es tut mir leid dafür. Es tut mir leid, Sinan, dass ich nach dieser langen Zeit das überhaupt aufgemacht habe wieder. Es tut mir leid, Sinan, dass du dann wegen mir in diesem öffentlichen Flug standest. Und ich habe mit Sinan auch geredet. Und damals, als er mir gesagt hat, er hat es genommen, hat er das halt wohl einfach auf sich genommen gehabt. So, obwohl er gesehen hat, wer das genommen hat und es einfach für mich wieder besorgt hat von denen. Aber für mich war das so, als ob Sinan das genommen hat, dass mich noch mehr verletzt hat. Und erst gestern wurde mir das wirklich so klar, dass er einfach die anderen nicht verhalten wollte. Und Sinan, dafür tut es mir von Herzen leid. Ein paar letzte Worte habe ich an alle anderen Freunde von mir und ich möchte sie jetzt namentlich ansprechen.
Also jetzt doch nicht,
ich werde mit Fragen und Antworten beginnen.
Weißt du, wer es war?
Und als erstes möchte ich Manuelsen fragen, ob du meinen Namen gepusht hast und mir geholfen hast auf meinem Weg. Ja, hast du. Ich danke dir von meinem ganzen Herzen. Und jetzt habe ich eine Gegenfrage an dich. Ob dein Name und deine Karriere und Reichweite und sogar, dass du heute live sitzt, ob das gepusht wurde von Nice or Scheiß. Du kannst gerne darauf selber eingehen oder auch nicht, selbst wenn du keinen Cent verdient hast. Hat es deinen Namen und deine Karriere beflügelt? Bitte antworte. Sinan, auch dich will ich natürlich fragen, egal wie gut wir miteinander sind. Hat dich der ganze Weg mit uns zwei gepusht in deine Karriere? Hat es dich beflügelt und dir geholfen, der Sinan zu sein, der du heute bist? Du kannst gerne selber darauf antworten, Sinan. Hat deine Anwesenheit den Keller gepusht? Hat deine
Ich meine, was will er jetzt sagen? Dass man sich gegenseitig gepusht hat? Ja, okay, cool, also...
Anwesenheit unser Movement groß gemacht? Hat deine Anwesenheit mir es leichter getan, dieses Gesicht und Pferd von unserem Zugpferd zu sein? Hast du ohne Frage. Du warst einer meiner besten Brüder. Danke dir, Sinan. Jetzt würde ich auch gerne die Labels etwas fragen, ob Warner, Sony oder Universal.
Sprecht euch aus.
Würdet ihr einen Maestro, ohne das Movement, was wir aufgebaut haben, mit Mois, dass er auch mit Verträgen reingeht und sagt, ich bin mit Maestro, würdet ihr an ihn dieselben Zahlen zahlen, wenn Mois nicht da wäre? Beantwortet bitte selbst die Frage. Am Ende des Tages, am Ende dieses Videos kann ich sagen, dass Gott mir jeglichen Reichtum genommen hat, den ich auf meinen Höhenflug hatte. Und ich bin für diese Rechtsleitung von meinem ganzen Herzen dankbar. Und ich danke Gott dafür. Ich danke meiner Familie dafür, dass sie für mich standen. Ich danke ihm dafür, dass er mir alles an Geld genommen hat, was es gibt. Und ich in diese Notlösung kam, daraus etwas machen zu können. Und ich mache das nicht nur für meine Tochter und für meine Frau und für meine Familie. Ich mache das auch für alle.
Das stimmt schon, ohne Mois wäre Maestro heute nichts. Ich weiß nicht, ich finde sowas immer generell schwierig zu sagen, weil Maestro hat ja schon gesagt, dass er halt viele Formate für Mois gemacht hat, er hat viele Videos geschnitten, viel organisiert und so weiter. Da ist halt die Frage, wie viel ist Mois, wie viel ist Maestro? Das ist genauso wie der Nice or Scheiß, was die hatten, so, ne? Was wäre das Format zum Beispiel vielleicht ohne Manuelsen gewesen, der ja auch oft halt sehr unterhaltsam da gewesen ist. Also, ne, auch wenn Mois da vielleicht die größere Reichweite hat, ist ja trotzdem die Frage, wer zieht, also, ne, natürlich zieht sich vielleicht erstmal der kleinere am größeren hoch, aber ohne diese kleinere Person, die vielleicht aber mehr Unterhaltung reinbringt, wäre das Format vielleicht gar nicht erst so gut angekommen. So, wisst ihr, was ich meine?
20 Obdachlosen, um die ich mich kümmern will. Ich mache das und ich sage das nicht, um mich zu rechtfertigen. Das ist so etwas wie eine Art Mitarbeiter, die ich jetzt habe, für die ich verpflichtet
Möchtet
bin.
ihr etwas
Ich
besprechen?
danke euch allen, dass ihr jemand seid, für die ich verpflichtet bin, das alles zu machen. Ich danke euch, dass ihr meine Rolex seid in meinem Herzen. Versteht ihr? Egal, wie man heute über mich redet. Ich tue alles, was ich heute tue, dieses letzte Jahr, Und der Streitpunkt zwischen Maestro und mir waren nicht diese 365 Tage, wo ich das erkannt habe und mich verändert habe und versucht habe, nach Vergeltung zu suchen und es deswegen mache. Die ganzen Streitereien von uns waren die Zeit, wo wir noch zusammen waren, nicht das Jahr, wo ich das alles gemacht habe, was ich gemacht habe. Und deshalb komme ich auch so auf eine Lösung, weil eine Sache geht mir aus meinem Herzen trotzdem nicht weg, dass Menschen so gerne gesagt
Ja,
haben.
dieses Rauschen bei ihm und so weiter ist aber auch krass. Ne? Bruder, du hast 2 Millionen Abonnenten, als wenn es jetzt so schwierig wäre, ein Mikrofon einzustellen.
Bruder, du machst das alles nur für deine Follower, du machst das nur für deine Abonnente.
Ja, es sind halt alles dann immer so Floskeln einfach, ne? Irgendwie, das ist irgendwie bei Mäuse, wir haben uns das jetzt wirklich 1 Stunde gegeben. Also, das ist also kein Statement, wo ich jetzt sagen würde, ja mal direkt, Bruder, du hast alles eingesehen. Also der hat halt wirklich sich mit so Kleinigkeiten irgendwie versucht da rauszureden, dann irgendwie noch auch Sympathie Gott irgendwie mit reingezogen, dann jetzt halt wieder irgendwelche Floskeln oder so gebracht, versucht sich da dann irgendwie rauszureden und das ist halt sein ganzes Video so. Ich finde es halt wirklich einfach traurig so. Also es ist so schlecht, ich weiß nicht, wie Mois da wirklich sitzen kann und sich so denkt, ja Mann, Digga, das ist mega geil, feier ich. Jetzt Maestro Story und du bist sprachlos, ja gleich. Wir gucken gleich das Video von Maestro, dann gucken wir direkt hinterher noch die Story.
Nur für das und
kriegen wir hin.
Du hast alles, was du verschenkt hast und getan, damit du so und so dastehst. Und das hat mich wirklich persönlich sehr verletzt. Weil die Menschen, die jetzt dieses Jahr dazu kamen, die kannten Maestro nicht mal. Ihr habt einfach nur Gründe gesucht, zu glauben, dass das, was ich tue, einfach ist, um mein Ego zu pushen. Und ich sehe euch auch als Freunde. Ich sehe jedes Mal, wenn ich ein Video hochlade, euch als Menschen, die darauf warten, positiv beeindruckt zu werden oder positiv geleitet zu werden. Sogar von so einem Dreck wie mir, der drogenabhängig und kaputt am Boden zerstört war. Genau von so einem Stück Scheiße wie mir. Wenn so ein Stück Scheiße wie ich das kann, du bist viel besser als ich, dann wirst du es auch können. Das war mein Ziel. Aber ihr habt lieber, als man einmal im Leben was von mir gehört hat und als genug Menschen auf mich gestürzt sind, gesagt, der macht das für Reichweite. Sogar ein Nico, der ein paar Minuten da war und egal wer da war.
Ja, safe. Also ich finde auch, dass man sich echt, dass man echt nicht vergessen darf, so er hat ja schon 2 Statements gemacht und macht halt irgendwann das dritte, also irgendwann wird es ja auch unglaubwürdig, wenn du in Statements immer wieder irgendwas anderes sagst, weil du halt merkst, okay, ja scheiße, das wird wieder gehatet, jetzt muss ich doch irgendwie was anderes sagen. Also von daher merkt man ja auch, dass es halt nicht ehrlich ist.
Und ich will nicht reden, Nico war auch
und können das aber hier ganz kurz zu Ende gucken. Außer es kommt jetzt gar nichts mehr, dann höre ich gleich auf, das zu gucken.
Am Ende des Tages so, wenn wir wirklich zu der Zeit Brüder waren. Es ist wichtig zu erwähnen, dass ich halt wirklich sehr enttäuscht wurde, als die Menschen das von mir dachten. Und um meinen Worten Gewicht zu geben und Kraft zu geben, damit ihr versteht, wie scheißegal mir das ist und dass ich meine Mission durchziehe für mein Herz, damit ich mich von meinen persönlichen Dämonen befreie und einfach atmen kann, wenn ich in den Spiegel gucke, damit mein Sohn sich nicht schämen muss.
Ja gut, okay, ja, sorry, also ich breche das jetzt wirklich ab, also ich schätze, mir kommen jetzt eh keine Informationen mehr, dass es jetzt halt nur noch dieses dumme Rausgelaber, irgendwelche Floskeln da raushauen. Sorry, falls ich jetzt irgendwas verpasse, aber also es nervt wirklich. Also die letzten 8 Minuten einfach nur noch so, ja, ich bin hier für alle anderen da und so weiter, herzlichen Glückwunsch. Ja, also wie gesagt, ich fand das Video halt offensichtlich einfach nicht gut. Es ist wieder kein Statement, wo er irgendwas gerade biegt oder irgendwas dazu sagt. Es ist halt einfach nur rausreden und traurig, wirklich. Es ist einfach wirklich schade.
Ich kann mein Experiment nicht auf das. Ich habe mein Versprechen gegeben. Ihr steht vor dem rechtmäßigen Erben.
Ah, perfekt. Danke. Diese Teile sind genau das, was ich brauche. Und ein versteckter Schlitz mit Knöpfen, sagt ihr? Ah, hier. Die verblassten Symbole auf den Knöpfen sind drakonisch. Oh, was ist jetzt?
Mein Ehrgeiz war größer als meine Fähigkeit, meine Schöpfung zu kontrollieren. Ich muss dich im Staub dieser Höhle zurücklassen. Möge mein Volk nie herausfinden, was ich hier versucht habe.
Vater, was ist Aberus? Welche Schrecken habt ihr diesmal über uns gebracht? Ihr steht vor dem schwarzen Prinzen.
Seid auf Monster vorbereitet. Heute werden wir gut essen. Würdet ihr einer Ältesten helfen, das Fleisch zu ihrem Wagen vor dem Nest zu tragen, junger Mann? Ihr verströmt einfach den aromatischsten Duft. Scheinbar haben sich die Oberländer, die ihr sucht, schon eingelebt. Das ist die Gastfreundschaft in Niffen.
You don't like us. Like, I'm not here to play with people and give them warnings. Like, we're all adults on the card. I'm not gonna give you a warning. Actually, no, I will give you a warning if I think you have good intentions. The problem is when you tweet shit out like this and you have the text message exchange that Froggy had with me, I don't think you have good intentions. You're like trying to like ruin a relationship between me and one of my friends. Froggy deleted that tweet, and I don't think he deleted it because he felt differently. I think he deleted it because he knew that it could potentially get him kicked from the event and would also make him look like an asshole. But he basically reiterated that same thing in a Twitter space.
When I was at fucking Denny's, I was all like telling them, "Yo, Dad's a fucking savage," and they're all like, "No, no, Dad doesn't spar with high level fucking competition. He's gonna lose to AB." And I'm thinking, these
Wait,
motherfuckers are
so
fucking
who said
up.
that? Who said that?
Fucking Ian and Anissa, like that's the way these motherfuckers are. And then they got Dad like riding for them. They don't even. And if like I wouldn't be like this, but if everybody's gonna keep calling me out, like I'm the fucking person that's fucking shit up, like that Dad's out here riding for them. They're all like, they don't even fucking give a fuck about him.
And in the same Twitter space where Froggy says this, Sam Hyde, Froggy's hero, calls Nathan a rapist like several times.
That Nathan Barnett guy, I guarantee you that guy would rape somebody if he had the opportunity.
Yeah, legally he would rape somebody in Minecraft, by the way.
In Minecraft.
Yes.
If he had the chance to rape a woman, he would.
In Minecraft.
Not in Minecraft, Keem.
I don't want anything to do with Sam. I don't want anything to do with people that think what Sam is doing is okay. It is not okay. Here's part of the Twitter space where Harley is sort of questioning Tyler with why he wouldn't, respond to Anissa. And I think that's a very valid question because you ask any of our fighters and it's like, yeah, Anissa was the one who like solves problems. She is more communicative than me, and she's better at communicating than I am. I fucking suck at this shit. So Anissa is the one. She is the one to talk to.
How was I even supposed to know Ian and Anissa were mad when I get one call from Justin Tracy, then a text message, I respond to it immediately, say, could you communicate through text or email? I'm training, and then nothing else. I
What's the last text you
still
have
don't
from
even know if
Anissa?
Ian and
What's
Anissa.
the last text you sent to Anissa?
It was probably some group message from
okay, but
3
what was the
months,
last
4
text you
months ago.
sent to Anissa, just you two?
I don't have one direct text from Anissa.
Anissa's
I have
never
a group
texted
chat
you.
with my wife and Anissa. There's a group chat.
Your
I
wife
do not have any
I'm
direct
so sorry.
contact.
Okay, did anyone ever text you and your wife? What was the last thing Anissa sent you and your wife to you and your wife's phone? What was the last thing?
Tense moments in the Twitter space as Froggy goes to see.
It's, hey, Tyler, I'm not with Ian. I'm home visiting family. Ian called me not feeling great, and I'm just trying to understand what's happening or how I can
What's
help.
the date?
Sunday, March 12th.
You didn't want to respond to that?
No, because you don't know the context of that. You don't have the context. Harley, let me give you the context.
Off the burner Twitter account instead of responding to that very serious and
Harley,
sympathetic text that was nowhere near threatening or aggressive.
Froggy wasn't able to give context for why he didn't respond to Anissa's call and text message in the Twitter space. Harley ended up leaving. The conversation went elsewhere. So he uploaded a Twitter video to explain the context for why he didn't respond to Anissa.
Anissa's last text, which was checking on me. Anissa's concern text of hope everything's going okay was a way for her to try to manipulate the situation, to try to do further investigation into my friendship with Sam Hyde. That was not an "Are you okay?" text. That was a Ian is not able to break your shell. Maybe a vague, concerned, manipulative text from me will be able to.
He thinks this text message is manipulation. No, Froggy, we wanted to solve the problem. Let me just say, Anissa is just trying to exist. You know, she doesn't want anything to do with the drama. She doesn't want anything to do with this shit. And I